Hello, boys and girls. Let's learn numbers. We are going to learn a brand new number of the day. And to find out that number, let's start counting together from 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Our number of the day is 20. It is an exciting day. So let's learn all about the number 20. The number 20 looks like this. It's a 2 and a 0. When we make the 2, we start at the top. We curve up, around, down, and make a horizontal line. When we make the 0, we start at the top and we curve all the way around. We make a nice big circle. 2 and 0 make the number 20. So let's take a look at 20 counters. In order to make 20 counters, I'm going to need 2 tens frames. One would not be enough. So here's my first tens frame. Here's my second tens frame, and we are going to add in some counters. Let's start with the number 1, counting together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's one full tens frame, but we're not done. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And look at that. We have 20 counters and another full tens frame. So the number 20 needs 2 full tens frames. Here's one full tens frame, and here's another full tens frame. Let's use those 2 tens frames to make a number sentence. How many counters are in my first full tens frame? Well, if it's full, we know that there are 10 counters. And let's add that to the second tens frame. How many tens frames are in my second full tens frame? If it's full, we don't need to count. We know that it has 10. And when we put all of those counters together, what does that equal? Well, we can count all of the counters to find out. I'm going to start with 10 because I know that there's 10 counters here, and I'll count on 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There are 20 counters in my 2 tens frames. Let's read that number sentence together. 10 plus 10 equals 20. Great. Okay, so now we can take those numbers from our number sentence and put them into our number bond. We have a big number at the top. We have the big circle at the top for our whole number, our bigger number. And then we have 2 smaller circles at the bottom for our smaller numbers or our parts. Which number goes in the top circle, which is our whole number at the bottom? It's 20. 20 is our whole number. And which 2 numbers are the parts? Well, we have a 10 and a 10, and those are both the parts that make up 20, because 20 is 10 and 10. Okay, let's start practicing what we just learned with a piece of paper. So please take out a piece of paper or a notebook and a pencil or a crayon or a marker, and I'll do the same. And we are going to practice what we just learned. So the first thing I want you to do on your paper, and you know you can always pause the video if you're not ready. Pause it, get out your paper, and then press play again. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is write the number 20. So the way that we write a 20 is by starting at the top, curving up, back down, and a horizontal line. Okay, and the way we make the next number is a 0 is by starting at the top. And we make a big circle around, and there is the number 20. Now we need 20 counters, and we always make our counters in nice, neat rows of 5. So I'm going to make a tens frame to help us with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, and then I'll make some horizontal lines across and a horizontal line in the middle. And I am ready to start putting my counters in. Can you count with me? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'll keep counting because we need to go to 20, but I'm going to keep making nice rows. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There are my 20 counters. And this part at the bottom, it almost looks like it's another full tens frame, and it is. It's another full tens frame. We just didn't make the frame. And up here, we have another group, which is also a full frame. So we have 2 parts. How many counters are in the first part, my first full tens frame? If it's full, we know it's 10. How many counters in my second full tens frame down here? Well, if we know it's full, we know that it's 10. Now I can take these 2 numbers and add them together to make a nice number sentence. Here we go. I'll use the first number, 10, plus the next number is 10. And that is equal to how many counters all together? 20. That's right, our number of the day. And if you weren't sure, you can go back and count your counters. One thing left. Let's make our number bond. So the first thing I need to do is draw my circles for my number bond. I need a big circle at the top, 2 little circles at the bottom. And now I can add in my numbers. Which number is my whole number, my big number? You think it's 10, 10, or 20? If you said 20, you're right. That's my big number. That's my whole number. And which numbers are my smaller numbers, or the parts that make 20? If you said 10 and 10, you are correct. 10 and 10 make 20. And that is how we learn about the number 20. I'm so proud of you, boys and girls. You learned a lot of numbers, you learned a lot of number sentences, and you learned all about number bonds and tens frames. Good work with math. Bye, boys and girls. See you soon.